Now today we're going to take a look at strings. And strings are nothing fancy. They're called a data type of characters. All it really means is a word. So string is a word in Python. Now one thing to note when you have a string, so we have this big string hello world. Let me highlight it. Just to remind you, Python starts counting at 0. It has something to do with how the languages talk to the chip. I don't know all the technical details, but it's better for it to count from 0. So hello world is actually 11 characters long, but it only goes up to 10 because it starts at 0. Now, there's a space here at 5. That's okay. That still counts. The space is still considered a character and still puts it in. And we're going to do some things in the shell today. So let's say string1 equals hello, and string2 equals world. We can print string1, comma, string2. Oh, and it was nice enough to put the space in. In fact, in the shell, you don't really even need the print thing. It'll still put it in there. But it prints it weird. It just shows you what they both are. Now, let's say we want to combine them. Let's say we want to say S1 equals, we'll make a different variable. S3 equals S1 plus S2. And then we'll print S3. And we get hello world. That's called concatenation. Concatenation is a big $2 word that just means you're going to string some strings together. Now the issue is we want the space in there, don't we? So what we might have to do is say S3, what we will have to do is S1 plus, now notice what I'm doing. I'm making my own little string here. I'll just put some spaces so we can see it better. The only thing in those quotes is a blank space. Now when we print S3, it's exactly like we want it. And this is going to help us with the next thing we're going to do, because we're going to use this S3 thing here. We can now index it. We can say, hey, only tell me what the first character is. So I did S3 sub 0, which should be the capital H, and yeah, it is. I can print several of these letters if I want. I can print the first letter, I can print the 4th letter, and I can print the 10th letter. HOD, H-O-D is what it prints. Now one thing to watch out for is, what if I try to go past the end of the word? So if I try to say, well, what's the 11th character? And there is none. Then I'm going to get the red letters of mistakes. And another nice thing we can do here is we can print parts of the letter. We could print S3, and what did I do? I did 3 to S3, 7. So this will only print the 3rd through the 6 characters. Okay, and it says that I have a typo here. Invalid syntax. I apologize for that. Oh, I see. Print S3, my mistake, 3 to 7. We'll do it that way. Now the 7th character is a W, and it did not print it. It only printed 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because remember the annoying little thing, it stops. If I wanted that other character, I would have to go 3 to 8. Other invalid syntax. I have the wrong kind of bracket in there. I apologize. Now it will print that. So that's a really useful thing. And you can also print, let's say I want just the first 4 characters. Print S3 up to, well, we'll go 5. Oops, that has to be in brackets. Excuse me. Make sure I get the right brackets this time. So what that it does here is it only prints the first part of the string for us, which is pretty helpful. And we can also do print S3. We can start at a particular character. So we could start at the 6th character, put the colon there, and it should print from 6 all the way up to the end. And the 6th character is the W, so that works. And here's a little weird thing that you can do. You can actually go into negative numbers. You can print S3 minus 2. That will start at the end and go backwards. So the last character is a D in Hello World, and it went to the one right before it, which is the L. And you could even do S3, let me see, minus 6 to the end. Let's see if this works. And if it works, it's going to give us the word world. And it does. I think it gave us the space there too, so it must have went one more back there. So that's a way that we can index strings. Now, there are ways also to repeat a string. I'm not going to do too much of that, but another real handy thing is, what if we want the length of a string? Easy. It's just the word or the command len. So it tells us that string 3 goes 11 characters. It's 11 characters long. And if you look at Hello World, it's going from 0 all the way up to 10. So indeed, that is 11 characters long.